Want to have them at school?
Good evening, folks. We will now call to order the Franklin County Community School Corporation additional appropriation hearing for Monday, November 10th, 2025. We will start with roll call. Kevin Kaiser present, Jessica Brennan absent, Greg Burris absent, Beth Foster
Here.
Katie Holman
Here.
Kim Simonson
Yes.
Brandy Wilson.
Here.
First up on the agenda is additional appropriation hearing.
So, I apologize. The additional appropriation is for the board. I am asking the board to approve the additional appropriation for the 2025 bond. This allows us to add the bond that we have discussed at length into our budget for the 2025 season. We will receipt that money in and collect the dollars in December.
Thank you, Kendra. So with that, only a first, second, discussion, question, and vote.
Do we have a motion?
I'll move, please.
Mr. Simonson, do we have a second? Ms. Foster, any questions? All those in favor, raise your right hand. 5-0. Next is board consideration of the final bond resolution.
This is wrapping up our bond process and asking the board to approve the final bond resolution for the project for 2025 bond.
And with that, we'll do a first, second, discussion, question, and vote.
Do we have a motion?
I'll move.
Ms. Wilson, do we have a second? Ms. Holman? Any questions? All those in favor, raise your right hand. 5-0. And with that, we will adjourn the additional appropriation hearing. We will pause for 2 minutes and start the regular board meeting. Thank you.
This is what it is. See, it's event link team. I need to put team on there.
Is that just 2 words?
Event 10. It's 2. This is what happens. Punch like this is back.
Community School Corporation Regular School Board Meeting for Monday, November 10th, 2025. We will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. If everyone would please stand if able. Katie, would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes, sir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. We will do a quick roll call again, just for the fun of it. Kevin Kaiser here. Jessica Brennan, not here. Greg Burris, absent. Beth Foster.
Here.
Katie Holman.
Here.
Tim Simonson.
Yes.
Randy Wilson.
Here.
We do have a quorum. First up on the agenda is celebrations. Mr. Gearing.
Well, as always, I want to thank the board for the opportunity to do a little bit of celebrating here. We want to start things off with our support staff of the month. And I am very, very excited to welcome up. How about a big round of applause? Let's hear it for Terry Preston. Come on up.
No dress code.
Stand right next to me, sir. Perfect. All right, Franklin County Community School Corporation is proud to recognize Mr. Terry Preston, custodian at Laurel Elementary School, as our support staff of the month, for the month of November. Terry has been a valued member of the LES team for the past 7 months. Known for his friendly smile, positive attitude, and unmatched work ethic, Terry approaches every task with pride and purpose. Whether he's making the hall sparkle, lending a helping hand to a student, or going the extra mile to ensure the building shines, Terry's dedication never goes unnoticed. In his free time, he's an active member of Reach Church, where he volunteers in community outreach and helps at the Laurel Food Pantry whenever needed. When he's not helping others, Terry enjoys spending time fishing. Terry was nominated for this honor by a staff member. When asked why Mr. Preston should be considered for this recognition, she responded, "Terry started here at LES last spring and has made a huge impact. He shows pride in this school and his job each and every day by the respect he shows the school and the staff. Terry has cleaned places that haven't been cleaned in a while. He finds things that need to be done and does them. When some of the flexible seats made marks on the floor, he got down on the floor to remove those marks. He takes care of the building. He says we say that our halls smell so clean each and every morning. He's also formed relationships with students as they leave each day by fist bumping them or listening to the new 6-7, even though he has no idea what that means. Me either. My class also does puzzles throughout the year, and he often helps them get started when they're stumped. Overall, Terry has been a great asset. He just realized who nominated him. Overall, Terry has been a great asset to LES. When asked what the best part of his job is, Terry responded, being around the kids and interacting with them. Knowing what we do as custodians makes a difference. Congratulations, Mr. Preston. Thank you for all that you do to make Laurel Elementary School a cleaner, brighter, and happier place each and every day. Sir, I'm going to send you around for handshakes, and you come right back to me. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you for all you did.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
All right, Mr. Preston, these are gifts for you, okay, just for wherever you choose, and of course the nomination and a t-shirt for you. Would you tell us who you brought with you today?
That's my wife, Ellen.
Well, thank you for letting us borrow him each and every day. Absolutely.
And he has great music too.
He does.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the music of choice? I would assume hip hop. Is that right? Not even close. Very good. Well, there you go, sir. Thank you again. One more time for Mr. Preston. Thank you, sir. All right, we want to welcome up our November Educator Month. Let's welcome Mr. Andrew Meyer. Franklin County Community School Corporation is thrilled to shine a well-deserved spotlight on Mr. Andrew Meyer, principal of Laurel Elementary School, as November's Educator of the Month. Mr. Meyer has proudly led the Laurel Elementary team for the past 2 years, bringing with him 12 years of experience in education. He holds degrees from the University of Cincinnati in political science, the University of Mississippi Curriculum Instruction, and the University of Denver in educational leadership. Mr. Meyer was nominated by several members of his staff who praised his steady leadership, mentorship, and genuine care for both students and teachers. In fact, it was month after month after month that his nominations kept showing up, and eventually I got a phone call that said, if you don't get this done, we're going to come see you. So we made sure we got that done. Very good. One colleague shared, Andrew has been such a great resource for me during my first 2 years of teaching, whether it's offering a safe place to talk through emotions, supporting and advocating with parents, or guiding me through challenging situations. He has been nothing but supportive. Andrew always welcomes me into his office, even for the smallest things, and maintains a calm and inviting demeanor no matter how busy he is. He reminds me to celebrate my wins, which keeps me grounded and positive. Laurel is so lucky to have him. Outside of school, Andrew enjoys spending time with family and friends. When asked what he loves most about his role, Mr. Meyer responded, working with and serving such a great staff, student population, and community. Laurel is a special place, and it makes me smile each and every day. I want to take a moment just on a personal level to say how proud I am of Mr. Meyer. The growth that he has shown has been incredible. And to know that I brought him with me and to see him shining the way he is, it fills my chest with pride and my heart as well. So I appreciate you very much. I'm very proud of you and the work that you've been doing. So with that being said, FCC is honored to celebrate Mr. Meyer's dedication, leadership, and lasting impact that he has made on Laurel Elementary, family, and the entire Franklin County community. And sir, we're going to send you around for a set of handshakes. Give him a big round of applause.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Meyer, step right back over here. This is for you. And who did you bring with you today?
I brought my wife, Lauren, and then some staff members from Laurel.
And I think I heard earlier that from the staff, they said, you do exist. And I was they didn't believe, but here she is, actually in the flesh, for sure, absolutely. One more time for Mr. Meyer. All right. We have 2 more celebrations on the evening, so I'm going to welcome up Mr. Meyer once again. He is our program spotlight tonight. He's going to talk a little bit about what's happening at LES under the PBIS program. So, Mr. Meyer, I want to turn your mic on and meet me right over here. We'll get you started. And, sir, the down button is the one that you want.
Got it.
Got it?
All right, thank
Take it
you.
away.
I won't take up too much of your time. Thank you guys for letting us shine the spotlight on Laurel and what we're doing in the building. We are focusing on PBIS, which is Positive Behavioral Intervention and Supports. We're focusing on what's strong in the building. I believe you have a phrase, what's strong, not what's wrong. Is that correct?
All right.
We're focused on what's strong in our building. So we're trying to continue to build upon the positive language that we can, instead of saying, don't do that, it's how can we redirect and say, do this. Miss New installed Hive prizes and jacket dollars, and we've continued those as well. Hive prizes. Students earn Hive prizes or jacket dollars for doing what's strong in the building, and it can be anything from showing up to school on time to picking up a bunch of pencils that they found on the ground and helping a classmate out. So it's kind of a pat on the back for those students to do the right thing in the building. And with the jacket dollars, they can earn Hive prizes. So it's a tiered program. It progresses. They get more impressive as they earn more dollars, and it sort of creates that economy a ticket economy, if you will, within the building, and students really thrive off of it. And this year, we are going to instill Student of the Month. We got a quote from a local company, and we're going to get yard signs congratulating our Students of the Month, similar to the model that we have here, where with Teacher of the Month or Employee of the Month, we want to recognize those students for doing the right thing and for excelling and going above and beyond. So we'll get to not only brag about the students inside the school, but we'll also get to brag about them in their community and show off what's strong in our building. This is just a quick breakdown of PBIS really quickly. It's broken down into 3 tiers. Tier 1 is what everybody's getting, the high prizes, things like that. And then Tier 2 might fall into the Student of the Month realm, so the students that earn a little bit extra. And then the Tier 3 we're still working on, but those are the students that really require that extra love and support. We created this in our PBIS committee. I know it's hard to read, but we've got a background of a yellow jacket on there because we are the Yellow Jackets, and what our PBIS committee did was come together and we came up with the acronym HIVE, and then we said the H stands for honesty, I integrity, V value, and E excel. And then we thought of a bunch of different places in the building, for instance, like restrooms, technology, buses, cafeteria, just any different place in the building where we want common language and we want to promote the common language within the building and what our expectations are. So our goal is to have these printed on like poster board or something bigger and have them posted up around the building, so that way anytime we need to, we can always point to the sign. This is our expectation in here. This is how we're honest in the restroom, or this is how we show our values on the buses. So we are looking forward to getting those and instilling that language around the building. And then we're starting something new this year, also PBIS days. When we return from breaks, it's always a good time to reset. We got a chance to reset emotionally, physically, and all that with a break, and we need to reset the building as well. So it's a way for us to remind students these are the expectations. So every time we come back from break, we just did our first one after fall break. We'll do another one after Thanksgiving. We'll do a third after winter break, and then spring break as well. Just encouraging students to take ownership of the building, the facilities, and our aim is to use common language throughout the building with all students and adults. So that way, no matter where you're at in the building, we know what the language is that's being used and our expectations in the building. So thank you guys. I know it was a little long-winded, but I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Mr. Meyer. Have any questions for Mr. Meyer?
No, but a comment on, I am so impressed. Thank you so much. I absolutely love it, especially the yard sign on Student of the Month.
Thank you.
Kids just love to be praised.
They do. They do, and it's going to go a long way.
Any other questions or comments? All right, let's give Mr. Meyer a round of applause. Thank you, sir. Give us 1 second to reset. Right on. I'll take care of that.
I saw that.
So while they're resetting, just to kind of connect the board back, if you haven't heard of PBIS, our principals have all been charged with taking the PBIS program one step further in their buildings or to start one in their building, because we believe that this is a type of program where positive behavior intervention supports really can change the atmosphere in the building. And Mr. Meyer and his team have done an incredible job of taking what was started with Ms. Newton and making it their own and current, and we're really proud of the work that they're doing and all of that. So, Mr. Meyer, thank you again, and as well as the team, for all the work that you do. I want to take a pause, because I know there may be some people who need to kind of bump out, and I want to get just a second. If we want to take a couple of pictures really quick. So, Terry, if you want to hop over here, we're going to go ahead and take that group picture, Sarah. If you want to grab your camera, we want to grab this here. Come on up. Terry, you sitting one by yourself or one with the whole team? Okay. All right, very good.
What's your certificate, Terry?
Oh, that would be great. Let's make it look good. You know,
Like this, Katie.
There we go.
I think it's the
Does anybody
water.
have a cough drop? Do you have a cough drop?
Yes. Do you want one?
Yes, please.
Okay, pause right there. Right there, just 1 second, Mr. Meyer, hop up, and then we're gonna do a whole group shot because we're all on the same boat. Come on up. How we doing here? We got the Franklin County shirt on. Let's go. Very good.
I'm jealous, I didn't get it from you.
Terry, come in. Terry, over here.
You get to pick now, Missy. It's a good reason to go motivate for it again.
Come on in. Yep. Get in there.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Mark doesn't start till another month, right?
First line of practice tonight. He plays the scrimmage at 9:00.
Shannon, want to take a real quick picture that you can send it to one of the team members? That way they have it for themselves as well. All right. Team, you're all welcome to stay. Of course you are, but we're going to have a bit of a presentation here. But thank you again for being here. Terry's got to go. Terry says, I got to go. Well, while these guys are transitioning, I just want to take a moment and just say out loud the things I've been saying from the seat, which is our relationship with Ivy Tech is incredible. And one of the shining lights of our corporation is our early college program and all of the facets of that. And we continue to grow that program and we continue to expand it. And Mr. Hofer's here as well. He's our early college coordinator for the high school level. He's been a big part of seeing everything moving forward in this program, because ultimately what I asked of the team is to stop asking the questions, are there any classes that you want to take, and begin to ask the questions, which of the classes are you going to take? That's a different kind of question for some of our students who may not be thinking that this is for them. But I'm a big fan of giving this a shot and seeing what's possible here. We had a chance to sit down with Mark and his team and kind of go over what is the current state of this program with Franklin County in particular. And that presentation went so very well. I asked him to come here and with his team present as well. So I want to go ahead and welcome him with a round of applause. Mr. Mark Graver, thank you for being here. Appreciate you very much.
Where's your building?
And I'll let you take it from there.
Now, that was a
Thanks, Phil.
2-hour presentation that we had that day, so we've scaled it back to an hour. So 60 minutes. And also, I'm going to request, can we get our pictures taken too before we leave?
Absolutely.
Okay, that was pretty impressive. So, no, thank you very much for allowing us to be here this evening. Myself, Mark Graver, I met everyone, Lisa Moorhead, Samantha Hardebeck. And Samantha's going to lead us through a presentation of the partnership over the last 6-7 years between Franklin County and Ivy Tech. So we're very excited to be here. Ask away. Hopefully between the three of us, we can answer any and all of your questions. So I'm going to kind of slide it to Samantha, and I'm going to stay here. And
Okay.
Lisa, if you want to join me over here, I think we're supposed to be.
I'm assuming you guys can hear me.
Is that mic on?
Yes.
Then
Adam set me up.
Then you're good to go.
The
I'm good to
microphones
go.
aren't for us, they're for the people online.
Right.
Is this streaming all around the world right now?
Yes, sir.
So
At least
am
1,000 viewers.
am I a trending item as we speak here? This is a lot of pressure. Good thing I had my hair done this morning.
Well, thank you for letting us attend this evening to share more information about our partnership. So, kind of to give you an overview of different ways that students can earn college credits while in high school are 3 ways at Franklin County. So, one way is through our dual credit programming. Those are the free classes that students are taking at the high school with credentialed Franklin County teachers. All those teachers are credentialed through Ivy Tech to teach at the college level. We also have our dual enrollment courses. A lot of times we have students that are involved in so many things, so many pathways. They are getting their academic honors diploma, athletics, and sometimes there's some time constraints. So our dual enrollment courses are courses that students can take online. The only difference with those are there are sometimes costs associated with that. And then advanced placement, or AP. So we've heard of AP Chemistry or AP Bio, and so those courses, students can earn college credit. They have to pass the AP exam in May, and they have to score a minimum of a 3, 4, or 5 to earn college credits. So some highlight.
Let's jump in here for a second.
Just one quick note I'd like to make, which is very impressive for Franklin County High School, but the number of dual credit faculty that you have credentialed to teach these classes is very, very impressive. Yes, so you should be very proud of that fact.
And that's a compliment to your superintendent and the way you hire your faculty as they come on. And it's more and more important, we know, not only to be able to teach in the high school setting, but also in the college setting when you hire them day one. So definitely compliment your staff for hiring folks that are meet those qualifications.
And I think being wall-to-wall early college has definitely made that difference too, because you have 33 dual credit courses that are offered within the walls of Franklin County High School, and there's 14 dual credit instructors, and 2 are new this year. When we started this meeting, we'll be adding another one next year as well. So teachers are continuing to go and get their education in order to become dual credit credentialed. So just some highlights for the class of 2025. We had 25 students complete their associate degree for general studies, which was up 14 students from the class of 24. And we also had an additional 21 students complete their Indiana College Core, which is for a total of 42 Indiana College Core completers. So the Indiana College Core I'll talk about here in a second is a bulk 30 credit hours of general ed electives. Yes?
Yeah, those college course credits, is that just for state of Indiana or is that for?
No, Ivy Tech's credits are transferable all over the nation. So we're at the point now, we're so large that we almost need a list of colleges that do not accept our credit. So all of the in-state partners will accept our credit, public, private, tri-state. We've had students go to University of Southern Florida. I have students go to Vanderbilt. I've had a huge list of where students go. Now, it is dependent on that college and university. So some small liberal arts college may not accept a course because they just don't have it in their curriculum. And so it is up to that institution on how those credits transfer.
Thank you.
May I ask one real quick question? So if a teacher has their teaching license and they have their master's degree in whatever, how many more hours or how much more does it take to be an advanced placement or a
dual credit instructor?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they have to have 18 graduate hours in that content area.
Okay.
So a lot of teachers will have their master's in education, but they have to have 18 hours in that subject. So like for math, I'll use Sharon Volk as an example. She'll love that I'm using her as an example, I'm sure. Shout her out tomorrow. But anyway, so Sharon has her master's in ed. She went back and got her 18 graduate hours, so now she can teach any of our math prefix courses. That's for the liberal arts side. Some of the career technical education side, those are a little bit different. You guys are fortunate that most of those students that are taking those career tech classes are at Whitewater Career Center. So they handle all the dual credit credentialing for that as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was just going to say on that transferability side and in that question, Ivy Tech is the largest singly accredited community college in the nation. So that's part of the high transferability. So we're proud of that fact, but that's a benefit to your students.
Yeah.
Well, our state legislators have a lot to do with that too, making sure within the state of Indiana that those credits do transfer. So as taxpayers, we're not paying twice for the same course as parents or taxpayers. So that's very important. But Samantha had a good point. If it's out of state, like at Mount St. Joe, where Mrs. Wilson's daughter may end up next year, or Miami of Ohio, it would be up to the receiving institution out of state. So, but we do have a great reputation, and as Samantha said, we have a phenomenal track record of transferability.
How about cost? Does Ivy Tech give anything to the teachers that come in? Do they have any scholarships for the teachers coming in to get those extra hours for dual placement?
Generally, that would be an agreement between the superintendent and the college. Now, we do have avenues to help, and I may hand that over to your superintendent.
Yeah, so the grant funding that was really funding that along the way has dried up. And so our team has found a way to slice off a bit of dollars to help support that effort so it continues to grow. And thus far, we see people taking advantage of that. So this is a critical part of who we are. And so you gotta put your money where your mouth is, right? Absolutely. And so our team has found a way to put money aside just for this purpose to make sure that this program continues to go, even though the grant dried up.
And we've tried our some of our, like the foundation and so on. Have we attempted to go there or?
So we use them for lots of things.
Okay.
This is not necessarily one of those things, but they also support this program in lots of ways.
Okay.
Just not that way.
Okay, thank you.
That was my earlier point about hiring. From day one, it's important to see what their transcripts are
Yeah.
at the graduate level to see if they're both credentialed within the high school walls as well as the
Right.
dual credit. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent question.
This year we're on track for having 28 students complete their associate degree and 40 complete their Indiana College Core. I will say we are getting ready for scheduling at the high school, and weekly we always find onesies or twosies students that are, hey, you only need a course. And so Mr. Hofer's great with working with our team, and we help identify those students and then try to get them to add that additional course so they have that credential. Some dual credit metrics that we have over the last few years. I wanted to show the growth of the program. You may ask, why was there been a dip between 22 and 23? That's just a smaller class. So we can't control that, but overall, there's a lot more students taking dual credits. Right now for this year, we still have to register students for their spring semester. So this is not a finite number for the current academic year. I foresee us being anywhere around 360 to 375. This does include Whitewater Career Center students in this count. And then last year we had your students earn over 3,500 college credits, that's 9 through 12. So that's wall to wall.
That's something to be very proud of for your school. That is a huge number.
Yep. So the dual credits are what are earned within the walls of Franklin County. Dual enrollment classes are the students that we have that take classes online to fit a class in their schedule to maybe meet one of these completions, like the degree or the Indiana College Core. You'll notice that 24 and 25 school years were really high because we had a grant fund that were able to fund students to take more classes. That was called the ICAP. And so students were able to take classes online, and there was money set aside for that. Those were federal dollars that are no longer with us. They've all been spent, and so that's not available at this time. We do have local scholarship dollars through Ivy Tech in our foundation that can support students. And so that's how we're helping support the 19 students we currently have in classes.
In addition to, I just want to make sure, in addition to the board knows, any class that a kid needs that heads towards their associates is taken care of, either through the teacher or we pay for the online class. Of course, this is not like underwater basket weaving. That's a different kind of course. These are courses they need for the associate's degree. We will take care of those. And so, once again, money where our mouth is, take care of our kids and make sure they get what they need. And so there was no hesitation on our team's part to put that together. So that's an easy yes for us to say, yes, we'll take care of that. We'll take care of that. Of course, it is cheaper and easier when a teacher can do it because they're already under our budget. But just the same, if the kid needs it, we're going to make sure it happens.
And Ivy Tech does have a foundation, and we do allocate dollars to each of the high schools to help support those dollars needed for those students, for those classes to earn a credential. So that's something that we're actively doing each and every year, always raising dollars and then turning around, investing that in these high school students enrolled in dual enrollment classes at Ivy Tech.
I also want to point out you guys are very fortunate because of the number of dual credits that you offer. We like to see these numbers low. We would much rather students earn the college credits from their teachers at no cost to them while they are in high school. Oh, this is confusing. Okay, so what is the Indiana College Core? Indiana College Core is a bulk of 30 credit hours in general electives that all four-year institutions in the state of Indiana, by state law that was passed in 2012, are required to take in bulk. So if your child earned the Indiana College Core and they go to any public institution, that public institution has to take all 30 credit hours in one package.
In the state of Indiana.
In the state of Indiana. Now, it's up to private and out-of-state schools how they want to accept it. A lot of times, they still accept the credit. Instead of it going in basically on a silver platter as 30 credits, it's going in course by course. So the English 111 class is going in to Miami. I'm going to pick on your daughter for a second, Madison. Going into Miami for English 101. So most of the time there are still course equivalencies for that. This is a huge push by the state of Indiana. I put on here that it does count towards a credential of value for the new Honors Plus seal and diploma. So I know as I've been working with Adam and their admin team over at the high school, the new diploma seals, the Indiana College Core is built in. So you guys are in a great space where you're already doing it and you've been doing it for a number of years. So that's not necessarily something we have to build, but it's something that we can tailor towards students by just having more course offerings for them. This is a list of what you currently offer towards the Indiana College Core. So everything that you see in green are the Ivy Tech dual credits. Mr. Hofer is still teaching our public speaking, which is great. We love that because that's the one requirement that we have to have. And Ivy Tech credentialing for public speaking has recently changed. So we like that he still teaches that through IU. That's great. We still need kids to have that credit. So we don't hold that against him. Partially because I'm also an IU grad too, but we love him. So we will never hold that against him. The biology classes, we're offering more 5-credit-hour biology classes. And I think that's really important to share because a lot of our 4-year partners don't want to see just the 3-credit-hour in sciences. They want to see the 5-credit-hour. So with Mrs. Schneider, we're able to do that. And then there's lots of credits being offered for the social and behavioral ways of knowing. Students have to have a minimum of 1 course per these categories for an equivalent to roughly 10 courses. So they may be math and science heavy and only check a box 1 and 1 here. So every student's different, and that's what our K-14 team, so myself and our College Connection coach, Janelle Stenger and Adam, we track that very, very closely to make sure these kids are earning these credits.
Hey, Samantha, could you share a little with the board? This is something that we started several years ago with Superintendent Garion's permission, where we have Ivy Tech staff like Samantha and Janelle that are physically in your building, working with your guidance counselors and working with the students throughout the day. Could you share a little what that entails?
I can. So he's stealing my thunder for one of my next slides. That's okay, Chancellor. I'll let you do it this one time.
I had another idea too, but keep going.
Okay, that's totally fine. So our College Connection coaches are in our buildings in different high schools 1 day a week. So Janelle Stenger is a dedicated Ivy Tech employee that comes to Franklin County High School every Tuesday. She is in the early college room and the guidance and in classrooms and seeing students at lunch and just talking to them about their Ivy Tech credits. We've also done a lot of things with partnering with different events, and I'll share that in a few minutes. FSAID, FAFSA night. So it's a really connected partnership where it's not just like, hey, here's how to sign up for dual credit and you're done. We literally case manage these kids and we start to work with them starting in 9th grade all the way through graduation. So we've been with these kiddos, some of them for 3 or 4 years, planning their degrees and working through their scheduling.
And I really think that's part of the secret sauce here for the degrees, credentials being awarded, because Samantha and Janelle are physically here in the building for the 4 straight years working with these young people. So I really do appreciate you allowing Ivy Tech folks to be in your building working direct with these students. And obviously it's a recruiting mechanism for us too. Hopefully they'll come to Ivy Tech when they graduate and maybe continue their degree there too. So one other thing I wanted to mention too is the IU in red there. So when they do receive these degrees, it can be college credits from other colleges transferred to Ivy Tech during their high school journey. So we do, that's something, you use the word mining, I think.
Yeah.
So we're always looking, so if they've taken that AP class or a class at another university or college, we will transfer that to Ivy Tech and that will count. So they don't have to take the class again or anything like that. So that's part of the recipe too here.
Just some credential metrics. So again, this includes Whitewater Career Center. So we have our certificates, which are about 15 credit hours. Think of like a welding certificate, CNA, dementia care. Technical certificates are anywhere from 30 to 45 credits. We haven't had a student complete a technical certificate for a while, and that's because it was a unique situation. So he was at the Whitewater Career Center, and he was taking dual credits, and he came to Ivy Tech in the evenings to get his technical certificate in welding and an associate's degree in industrial technology. So that's why you see a 1 there. And then Indiana College Cores and associate degree. So it's pretty significant growth. And to Chancellor Graver's point, I think that secret sauce is definitely having Janelle in the buildings, getting to know your kids. They all know the day of the week she's there, and they can come down and ask questions. A little bit more about our outreach. This past fall, we were in the auditorium with every single senior, and we helped them create their FSA IDs. They just had FAFSA night last week at the high school, and so Janelle and our Director of Financial Aid, Beth Kemper, attended that and helped alongside of the organization. I can never remember their name. Karen, what's her last name? Karen Heaven. They are with an organization that comes in and helps. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Karen's on her own. But that's also with or Franklin County Community Foundation.
Okay.
Shelley helps with that.
Okay.
Helps, yeah. So we also help with that. We also help with our college and career fair in the fall, and then employability skills day in the spring. I also listed in here our career link team. So our career link team is specifically designated to our mostly adult learners and employers. And so we bring that team in because we also have a career coach. Her name's Shelby Cole. And she comes in and we do mock interviews with your students. So we are also bringing in that branch of our team. We have sponsored the 8th grade leadership summit with Mr. Gutzwiller, and also basketballs with varsity boys and girls games. So we're always a game sponsor, and then we give Ivy Tech basketballs. And then next year, we will be having your 8th grade students tour our riverfront and lakefront campuses in Lawrenceburg. So Batesville is a sister site to Lawrenceburg, but we have 2 buildings, and they're kind of split. One is really heavy in manufacturing, IT, and pharmacy tech, and then our other is more liberal arts, criminal justice, business, and nursing. So we'll be able to bring all of your 8th graders through that and to see what we have to offer too.
And if there's other areas for future sponsorships, we're always all ears because we're always looking for other opportunities. I don't know if you want to say anything about that.
No, we love partnering with the high schools in Franklin County. This will be, I forget, 2 or 3 years where we've done the basketball sponsorship, but we really do look forward to that or any other partnerships where we can kind of come alongside. We really want to be part of the fabric of your school, and I want to thank Sammy and Janelle, because I remember a few years ago having the conversation with them, and you can just see the growth that has come from.
Exploded.
Yeah, they saw the potential, and that the students here, and this has just been great programming all the way around. So,
if you have any future programs that you're going to launch, and it might be an opportunity for us to partner between the 2 institutions, always please reach out and let us know.
This is my favorite slide in here because these are all of your 2025 grads that walked in Ivy Tech's commencement last year at the beginning of May. So our commencement's always typically the first-ish Friday in May, the 9th, 10th, 11th in there. And 8th this year. 8th this year. So we have some faces that you may recognize. And this was the largest group that we've ever had from Franklin County. And out of the 6 high schools that I serve, they were the largest group represented at our commencement too. So I'm really proud of them. We do give them cords, so you'll see they get honors cords for being on our honor roll as well as their high school honor roll. They get green and white Ivy Tech cords as well, and then they're also recognized at the commencement or your guys' graduation too. So they have those.
I was going to mention too, at graduation last year, I assume everyone knows Chad Gutzweiler, trustee at Ivy Tech. So as your students are coming up the stage, he's calling the names, I'm handing out the diplomas, and here's Chad. I mean, he had a grin that was this big, and every student that walked up there was so funny because, of course, he was interacting with them as they were walking up, kind of the high five and cheering them on and everything. So we really appreciate Trustee Gutzweiler to be on the board at Ivy Tech. So it's a great connection there, really. He's a huge cheerleader.
And then the last thing I have is tuition dollars saved. So from 2021 until what we have projected for this year in 26, we've saved students from Franklin County High School over $2.6 million in college costs. So we've served over 860 students. They've completed over 14,000 credits for dual credit. And then of the students that were taking online classes, there's over 704 credits that were earned there. So
That's a huge number, huge number. We're very proud of that.
And that's based on Ivy Tech tuition rate. We could times this by like
the state rate, it would be astronomical, so.
Maybe Mount St. Joe rate, or I was thinking Miami, Ohio rate too.
That is all I
think
have.
that kind of formally concludes our presentation, but we're open for questions or any comments or anything that you might want to ask us.
From the board?
I would just like to say thank you. I know for me, I've met with Janelle a couple of times and Mr. Hofer, and they've been so very helpful in planning things and getting things moving. And I know for myself, just because I did talk to you earlier, it's great because when we go and see these college campuses, they're very impressed with the level of classes that, you know, we've shown on transcripts that we've taken. So I just want to thank you guys for that.
Thank you for the knowledge, yeah.
I don't really have a question, but I also just want to say thank you because I graduated a while ago, but I was one of the beginning of this program long time ago. And well, it was called the Taco U at that time. Take a course on us. It was a while ago. It actually, it actually got me out of one of the hardest classes at the Kelly School at IU, and I appreciated that very much as a freshman at IU. And I was like, oh, thank you, Ivy Tech in Franklin County, for the partnership because I didn't have to take that class.
It's interesting you said that because we get a lot of repeat business from these students when they're at Purdue or IU or whatever, like their junior, sophomore year, they'll come back in the summertime and take classes too. To do it's always statistics, speech, biology. They don't want to take that at IU or Purdue. They want to take it at Ivy Tech and transfer it back. So we do get a lot of, like
That's true. A lot of times they'll contact their college connection coach because that's their link back, which is what we love because they know they've got somebody in the building that they have worked with that knows them. And so it's been great.
Yeah.
So thank you for that comment. So,
Yeah, that finite course at
Yes.
IU was
IU.
always
Oh,
just
yeah.
a bummer.
That's
And these
exactly what
kids,
it was.
they drop out at Christmas and come home and go to IU East. You know,
teach a lot of
that's
finite.
before, and that's been a long time ago.
In summertime, it's funny because calculus 1 and 2 is our biggest classes we offer for a lot of the young people who didn't pass it at IU or Purdue or wherever. They're taking it in the summer, repeat it, to transfer back to continue on. So it's a great opportunity.
Oh,
not to
yeah.
get left, fall behind as far as they want to graduate in 4 years. So it does provide that opportunity too.
I think one of the most powerful things I heard and continue to hear is that amongst these three, they know our kids. I mean, these guys, they know our kids. They know their names, they know their stories, they know where they've been, and they know where they're going. And that is an exciting part of any relationship like this. It's not just some high-level relationship that has taglines and swag bags and things of that nature for marketing purposes. They know our kids and the story behind the kids, and so our kids have a great connection to that outside world through this relationship. So I can't thank you enough, honestly, for the opportunities that our students get. From that seat, from day one, I talked about the opportunities that our students get, and at the end of our meeting today, I'm going to talk about it again. This is the place to be. If you are not attending our schools, if you're choosing homeschool, you're choosing virtual, you're missing this. Yes. This is what you're missing, is an opportunity like this and so many others. But again, just thank you once again. I'm going to send you guys around for handshakes. Then, of course, we're going to take your picture as well. But how about one more time, a big thank you to these guys right here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, head on around. Take a moment.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate it for everything.
We really enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
Everybody said hi. Good luck to you this year.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Good to see you
Yes.
too. Go back up your way.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
See if my seat goes.
Awesome. Absolutely. You're a big part of this process here.
I think-
Mr. Hover joined in as well.
I think you woke him. I think he was kind of staring back there.
No, I was in there.
You have to get in.
That wasn't the plan.
Thank you. Aha. Come on over.
No.
We're getting everybody.
Okay, slide over a little.
Shannon, you, and next to the ladies.
Oh, thank you.
Eat away. There's more in my.
As soon as that was going, I started coughing.
Marketing for us too, so. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Now, she said she wasn't gonna put this in the paper, but we're gonna skip out, okay? I mean, I know you got probably an exciting rest of the evening of this meeting.
Thank you again.
So much. Thank you.
All right, I think we're on the consent agenda when you're ready.
We will move to, excuse me, consent agenda items, minutes, expenditures, resignations, and internal position changes. Was an enclosure in your packet.
We need a first, second, question, discussion, and a vote.
Do we have a motion?
I'll move.
Mr. Simonson, second. Ms. Wilson? Any questions? All those in favor, raise your right hand. 5-0. Next is personnel new hires.
Yep, so we just have a couple here for the first part. We have Jen Hanfee, a paraprofessional at BES, and Rosanna Sparks, cafeteria at FCHS. On the first, second, discussion, and vote.
Do we have a motion? Ms. Foster, second. Ms. Wilson, any questions? All those in favor, raise your right hand. 5-0.
We missed something?
I thought you had a question for a second.
Oh, I see. She was ahead of you.
That was.
Next is personnel extracurricular.
Yeah, we have a bit of a list here as always, so we want to go through that. So we have Brittany Combs, fifth grade girls basketball, and that is at BES. At the middle school, we have Justin Ratz, sixth grade girls basketball, Lauren Stacy, seventh grade girls basketball, Matt Kolb, eighth grade girls basketball. At the high school level, we have Dave Wilhelm, drama assistant A, Alan Craver, assistant band A, Brandon Cowan, cheer block co-sponsor. And just so you know, that's also our student section at each of the games, along with Tanya Wirtz, cheer clock block co-sponsor. That's a B, not a C. Shelby Hamilton, Wrestlette sponsor. Melissa Schwab, Wrestlette volunteer. Lane Westerman, volunteer wrestling coach. Justin Lysing, head varsity girls wrestling coach. Danny Payne, varsity assistant girls wrestling coach. Austin Miller, JV assistant girls wrestling coach. Alan Apsey, unified track coach. Adam Kelly Jr., weight room A through D. That requires a first, second, discussion, and vote.
Do we have a motion? Ms. Wilson, do we have a second? Mr. Simonson, any questions? All those in favor, raise your right hand. 5-0. Field trips.
Jackie Barraclough, teacher at Corning, that's a blast from the past. Teacher at FCHS is requesting permission for FCCLA to attend annual FCCLA State Conference in Muncie, Indiana on February 25th to 27th of 2026. Dustin Riley, athletic director, is requesting permission to attend the Switzerland County Basketball Holiday Tournament December 29th through 30th of 2025. First, second, discussion, question, and vote.
Do we have a motion? Ms. Holman, do we have a second? Ms. Wilson, any questions?
A clarification on Riley. Why is he asking, why does he need permission to attend?
It's overnight.
It's an overnight field trip. It's for the kids to attend, not him.
Okay.
Yeah. I see your question. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, it says Dustin Riley.
That's fair. That's fair. The wording is there. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, for our students to attend. Fair question. Thank you.
He's right, it does ask for.
He's exactly right. You're exactly right. Yeah.
So we're giving permission
recess
to the
for
boys'
about 5
basketball
minutes.
team to attend. Is this the girls or boys?
Oh.
Ooh, I
Either way,
believe,
we'll give permission, but
I believe it to be the boys, but I could be wrong.
Boys.
It is boys, yes, thank you.
okay. We have a first and second. Questions? All those in favor, raise your right hand. 5-0. Financial reports. Ms. Kendra.
The education fund balance as of October 31st, 2025 was $7,147,932.58. A year ago, this balance was $6,261,286.27. The operations fund balance as of October 31st, 2025 was a negative $10,689.91. A year ago, this balance was $3,257,619.80. The rainy day fund balance as of October 31st, 2025 was $4,164,641.37. A year ago, this balance was $1,068,712.84. The investment interest earned year to date as of October 31st was $392,086.46. This is compared to $536,156.84 a year ago. Just a couple notes really quick. Again, the end of last month was over the weekend, so we did not receive all of FCN's interest. Every time it happens, I'm just going to let the board know. I feel like every other month I'm letting you guys know this, but it will catch up next month. And also, today was tax day, so I hope everyone paid their property taxes. And we will see that installment come in the next few weeks for the operations fund.
Need a first, second?
Nope.
Oh,
Just
just
discussion.
discussion.
Oh, it is discussion only, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Any discussion? If not, we'll move on to cafeteria report.
Okay. The cafeteria fund balance as of October 31st was $202,051.55. This is compared to $430,902.28 a year ago. The latchkey fund balance as of October 31st was $13,022.94. This is compared to $16,676.74 a year ago. I also just want to note here, I spoke with our food service director, Jessica DeFawcett, and she let me know that we did receive, it was August and September's reimbursements all in 1 month, in the month of October, and that's what has helped. We are seeing the efforts that have been made, and they are making light in the balance that she has right now.
So that jumped up about $150,000.
Yes, yes.
Again, discussion only. If none, we will move on to statements from the public, and we have none signed up. So we'll move to old business. We have none. New business, Mr. Gearing?
Yeah, recommendation for snow plowing and ice removal. 2 proposals were received for snow and ice removal. I, as superintendent, are recommending the contracts be split between Coulter Brothers and Mike Furman Excavating. The Coulter Brothers will cover Mount Carmel. Furman Excavating will cover Laurel and the 2 transfer sites. And this is noting that our maintenance team have taken on the task of Center Campus, saving the corporation quite a few dollars, and we're ready to take that on. So kudos to Mr. Earlywine and his entire team for making that all happen. We know that we're going to save quite a bit of dollars on snow removal, and didn't know we were going to need them so soon and so quickly. I asked them to do some salt this morning, just last night, even before the contract was ready. Just who knew this early in November we would need them. But with that being said, we need a first, second, question, discussion, and a vote.
Do we have a motion? Ms. Wilson, second. Mr. Simonson?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
If we have a Saturday night ball game, we have a sleet in the afternoon or early morning, who's going to take care of that?
Yep, so on the outside campuses, obviously the contract folks. On the internal campuses, we've already worked out that we may have to do some overtime to ensure that everything's taken care of. Martin understands that, his team understands that. That's a part of this process. Even with any of that overtime, we're still going to be saving dollars over any outside contract.
That's always the scary part, because we didn't know if they'd show up and have the,
Sure.
everything safe. And
What I know is our folks will show up.
yeah, I know, but I'm just saying with the outside help, you never
Absolutely.
knew.
Yeah.
Are they doing the flagging at the end of the Wildcat out here now? I saw Martin out there a couple of days.
Oh, so each and every day in the morning, afternoon, we have a person that does a part of traffic, and one of them is at 101. That is an additional role, not necessarily built into his role as our maintenance director, but additional role. So he actually adds time to his day so that he can do that work. We have had a number of people do that, but just some changes that we needed to make for personnel. Martin stepped up and said, I'll do that, and he's doing a great job out there. He's very consistent, which is very helpful to us, but that is an extra duty that he's taken on with extra time.
Any other discussion? If not, we have a first and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand.
And with that, just want to also, anytime you see the superintendent out there doing that, because the superintendent often does that as well, please don't hit him, okay, honestly. Appreciate that very much. I do wear a giant yellow vest, can't miss me, but please try to miss me, if you will.
You're like that dancing cop, you see on TV, you're out there.
Let's not get excited. Okay? There might be some spin moves and some things of that nature, but All right, very good.
Next is recommendation for custodial supplies.
All right, I, Superintendent, are recommending a 3-year contract with H&H Products for custodial supplies. This has been a long journey, long conversation, and lots of discussion to get us to a place that I know will save some significant dollars. We're going to make some shifts in the way that we're purchasing some of our items and the things that we're purchasing. It seemed to have gotten a little bit loose with some of the name brand purchasing and things of that nature, but we're bringing that all back home, and a large corporation like us needs to make sure that we're doing some of those bulk purchases, and we will do exactly that. Our items will be bought in bulk, and then the services that are going to go along with that as well. We're thankful for the relationship so far, and we're looking forward to where it goes from here.
Would you please mention the bulk, big old bulk things that we're going to use for some of the things that we can use?
Absolutely. So what is already installed in our schools are some of the diluted type of products. So there's a dilution-based system that is built already there. It's been there for a long time. And so basically you'll see a lot more of the couple squirts of this with some water and then go do the job, rather than the name brand items that were being used along the way, whether it's be buckets or the mopping or things like that, they spray bottles. And so you'll see that happening that way. Interesting enough, that equipment's already there. It was brought by H&H many years ago, but what happened, I think, I would guess, because we blame COVID for everything, why not blame them for this too? At some point, they got a little bit away from that process and kind of fell in love with some of the more convenient items, which I understand that. But as a corporation of our size, no corporation our size does name brand cleaning products. It just doesn't happen that way. And so we pulled that back center, and I know we'll save some significant dollars overall.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Need a first, second discussion, and a vote. Ms. Wilson makes a motion. Do we have a second? Ms. Holman?
I lost there for a second.
Any discussion?
No point.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. 5-0.
Who are you?
Yeah.
I always pause and want to say Ms. Key. I apologize. All right, moving on. Other? Anybody have any other? Mr. Simonson?
Yeah, tomorrow's an exciting day. I know every day is an exciting day, but tomorrow, special emphasis on Veterans Day. I know I'll be at Brookville Elementary and Franklin County High School at 1 and 2:20. Laurel is at?
1 o'clock.
And Mount Carmel?
Is it 8:30?
All right, so.
Can you tell us who I'm going to?
Yeah, the celebration begin, yeah.
Absolutely.
Anybody else?
I think I mentioned this to our superintendent, but I guess he didn't think it was worthy to bring up.
Go ahead.
About our third graders.
Yes, so we've named that a couple of times from this desk, but we'll turn back to Shannon for once again, another update on our third grade. Go ahead, Shannon. Tell us what you told us before.
Pardon me?
What would you like to know?
Well, I've asked you, but I really got concerned when I saw across the state of Indiana that people are struggling.
We only retained
but
4.
Please tell us what we've done.
We only retained 4, and 2 of our elementaries improved in our iRead percentage pass rate. It's really not fair to say the other, because they were at 100% and they went to a 98. So it's still pretty spectacular. But all 3 elementaries grew. I can get you those numbers again if you would like. But we only retained 4 in the district.
And if anybody reads across the state of Indiana, schools have had to hire additional teachers, make additional rooms for third graders because they were held back. And so I just think that that's such a positive that we need to get that out.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and we do a lot. So after at the elementary level, it's not me, it's the elementary principals and third grade teachers. After the first scores come out, we do intensive intervention for those students that didn't pass, which we're already doing through win time now. We're already targeting those kids, making groups and addressing that during win time. But then after we take it, then we reevaluate after we take it again the second time. And last year, we actually had the opportunity to take 3 times because of the weather.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that up again, Shannon. I appreciate that very much.
Only the 5th time, right?
And we can see, keep saying, it's great news. I mean, it's
That
great
is,
news.
it's awesome.
It is great news.
Well, I read that article and I thought, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We could be a lot,
We could be in a very different state, that is for sure.
Yes.
And here's the truth. What Shannon didn't tell you is that her team worked incredibly hard to ensure that our kids got promoted the way that they needed to and are receiving the supports that they need. Her and her team have done exceptional work, both in the remediation process, helping them to pass that test, but also knowing that sometimes there are other circumstances. And so being able to tell the story around what a kid needs. And so Shannon, getting down to the kid level, along with her principals and the team, have done an exceptional job. You're exactly right. We should absolutely celebrate that every single time we can, for sure. I was teasing you earlier.
I know.
Of course. Any
Next,
other?
if nobody else has anything, we'll move on to superintendent's report.
Just got a couple of items here. Mr. Simonson, I agree with you 100%. The veterans program here at FCCSC is absolutely exceptional. So I come from a place that also celebrates veterans, but not like it's done here. It is something else. And so I know it takes a lot of hands to put that together. In fact, I was at the middle school just earlier today and seeing them put that all together. And we know our elementary school kids are excited about the performance tomorrow, that we get a chance to celebrate those who have served us and to ensure that our freedom is in place. And so it's a different level here of celebration when it comes to, and it should be, right? And that's exactly what we should be doing. And we're very thankful for everyone that contributed, as well as everyone who's attending, and of course, all of our veterans as well. Just a couple of other items. I just want to take a moment to say congrats to those involved in the high school play. It was a great production. I was able to come with my daughter and one of her friends, and man, the lines that they were able to memorize, and they were on beat. Those kids were incredible. Really did a great job overall. So I'm very impressed with the work that they've done. We've closed up a fall season that was very strong and very exciting, and we're into our winter season now. So make sure that the folks are going out and seeing our students compete along the way. And that leads to kind of an overall statement, which I said earlier, and I just want to say it again. If anyone's even watching out there, which I think that you are, of course, but I don't think people realize the opportunities. They can't, it has to be that they don't realize the opportunities, because why else wouldn't you be here, right? If you saw all these opportunities, all these things, between the clubs, the groups, the sports, the activities, there's something for everyone. And then you look on the academic and opportunity side. I mean, look at these programs, right? Ivy Tech, with the number of students experiencing that under Adam's leadership, along with Michelle and Nick over there. Our whitewater programming, right? What an opportunity for our kids to go get some further training. They do great work over there. Our JAG program is exceptional, right? I've been on a number of meetings where other people are talking about what's happening with their JAG. Our JAG is second to none. Honestly, it's incredible. And that comes back to Tanya and the work that her and her team are doing. Our ag program, it's an incredible opportunity. And the list goes on and on and on. And here's what I know. If you got a high school student and you're trying to do this virtual thing at home, you're missing all these things that your kid could be growing in. And if at some point it was because you got upset with a decision or just something rubbed you the wrong way, or you thought the grass was greener, just know that we're still open for business, right? We are open for business. You can come any day and know that we have a spot for you. Overall, we welcome you. And it's not just about enrollment. It really is. It's about opportunity. Our community needs our kids to have all the opportunities they have so they can give right back to this place as they grow older. And even our achievement school, you mentioned Chad earlier. What an opportunity there for students to gain those credits along the way. I've said it since I got here. This is the place to be. And I actually firmly believe that there are just amazing opportunities here. I want to take one more subject on, and I'll cut it loose. and that is our snow day. So if you ever want to know kind of how the sausage is made, what happens, how does this work? And so I have a team of folks that we watch the weather and we watch what's coming, and then we have a number of people that go out and do road checks. Our timeline is 5:30. So by 5:30 a.m., we need to have made the first decision because that's when our buses start rolling. And once our bus is rolling, we're fully rolling overall. And that's why you'll see a lot of those messages come out, like a decision to stay open about that time. And then, of course, if someone's experiencing weather a different way, we're happy to excuse a tardy or an absence as needed. That's no problem. And of course, today we know that the weather came in a little bit later, right? It showed up at the worst possible time. And honestly, we were just a little bit stuck, right? We make that early decision along the way. And so that's how that process is made. We do try to do it as early as possible. And when safety is always the number one concern overall. But as of 5:30 this morning, there was no concerns. I mean, honestly, the team was out. I was driving already, and there were no concerns overall. But we do know that things kind of turn there. And so I apologize that people experienced that. Of course, it's just a timing thing, of course, along the way. So, as always will be the case, we'll continue to watch for snow, and decisions will be made as early and as often as we need to ensure our students' safety. But as always is the case, hear it on record, that no matter what, if you're experiencing weather different than other people, and you need to have a tardy or an absence due to that weather, as long as it's within reason, call the school, just say, hey, here's what we're experiencing, and we're fine. We'll excuse it. It's no problem. If for some reason you're experiencing something different than others because of where you are, our county is vast. It's a giant county. So literally it could be a completely different experience from one side to the other. And we know that as well. So we do the best that we can. Kudos to that weather team out there on those roads early on. They do a great job. So I apologize for those who had a different experience this morning. It was a timing issue, of course. We hope that we don't have timing issues in the future. Hardest part of the job, honestly, hardest part of the job overall. So that's for me. That's all I got. Shannon's got something to add. Go ahead, Shannon.
I just want to review the Veterans Day times tomorrow.
Oh, thank you for that.
Mount Carmel, the breakfast is at 8:30. I believe the program is at 9. LES starts serving pie for veterans at 12:15. The program at 1. BES is at 1. The middle school is at 9, and the high school is at 2.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So that's all I got.
Thank you. Next is legislative updates. Does anybody have anything before I say a brief? So I did attend the regional meeting and dinner last Wednesday in Hagerstown. It's the fall meeting, so it's really just what the legislative team is going to try to do. A lot of it is focused more on deregulation. There are a couple things they're keeping their eye on, but the session is starting a little early, but it is a short session because there's no budget this year. So I think they can focus on some of those things a little bit better. But keep you updated as the session starts and see where they go. Anybody else? Future agenda requests. If there are none, we'll move on to recognition and acknowledgements.
I have nothing in particular, sir.
I think we've already acknowledged all the programs tomorrow. If nothing else, we will move to adjournment. Next regular school board meeting at 6 p.m. Monday, December 8th, here at the administration building. Thank you and have a